I'm going to list out some businesses you can start with little to no money. So one of the first businesses that you could start is an Etsy shop. It's spelled ETSY. If somebody could scribe that for me, ETSY, and that's basically like a marketplace where you can put your you, let's say you make custom jewelry or something like that, or you print t-shirts or something like that. It's a marketplace you can use. That's one place you could go on. I think it's free to start. I think you got to pay per listing, but I heard it's only like cents. So if I list 3 items, that'd be 30 cents. Now when you make a sale, you're gonna have to give Etsy a fee, but that's one of them. Another thing you can do is print on demand. Print on demand companies are like Printify, Teespring, and there's a whole bunch of other ones. But basically, you design a shirt, make a design of a shirt, and then you send it to them, and then when somebody buy it, they'll give you a fee. They'll take care of it. They print it for you. They ship it out for you. You could do all that. Hey, Karen, good to see you on. So that's another thing you can do. Print on demand. One of the companies I know for sure is Printify. And that's good for somebody starting out with t-shirts. If you don't have money to get the inventory, you don't have money to buy any of that stuff, you could definitely use a company like that. The only thing I would say with that is you want to make sure you test out the product, test out that vendor that does it for you, because you want to make sure if they're shipping on your behalf, the shirt looks up to par, the alignment and everything is up to par. So that's another one. Another place is Poshmark. I didn't do my research like I should on Poshmark, but I know that it's a place where you could resell like high-end items. Like people sell Louis Vuitton, people sell Michael Kors bags and things like that you got sitting in your closet. You can sell them on sites like that as long as they're in good condition and make some money. Another thing you can do is if you like to write, you can be a blogger. And throughout the blog, you can put affiliate links for where you can get commission. So I think the other day I talked about making money as an Amazon affiliate. So what you would do is you would go on Google and type in Amazon affiliate. You sign up for an account, it's free, and you make money based on people that purchase stuff from Amazon. So like, let's say I had a blog about what it's like being a single mom. And so in that blog, I talk about these type of diapers that I use. I would go on Amazon, get the link. They give you a link that's specific to you. Go on Amazon, get that link, and then put it in my blog. And as people are reading my blog, they click on it. And when they go on Amazon, they purchase, even if they purchase something else, as long as they clicked on my link, I'll get some fee, some money from that. So that's another thing you can do. Another thing, if you are creative, you could get on sites like freelancer.com or Fiverr. Like if you are somebody that makes logos, somebody that does art, somebody that does anything that's web. I think they do websites. You can get writers off of there. You can do any of that. Thank you so much, Karen, for subscribing. I love you. Another thing you can do if you like dogs, you can be a dog sitter. There are websites that are like I don't want to call them a marketplace, but kind of like a marketplace, and you find out people that are looking for dog sitters, and you can sign up, and that's you probably have to pay them a fee, but they'll connect you to people that are looking for people to take care of their dogs. Another thing you can do, if you are good at writing, editing, you can write for people, you can edit people. I always need an editor to look through some of my stuff. If you are somebody who knows how to build resumes, you can definitely build resumes for people. People are looking for online jobs now. You can go on places like LinkedIn. If you are a professional, every professional, as long as it needs to have a LinkedIn account. LinkedIn is like a social media platform, but it's all business professionals. It's none of this foolishness that you see on Facebook and Instagram. This is business professionals. These are people about their money. You could connect with CEOs on there. You could connect with people that make business decisions over there. So that's a good place to go, LinkedIn. And another thing is, if you do graphics and logos, I kind of talked about this before, you can make graphics and logos. You could get on sites like Etsy. You get on sites like Fiverr. I think you pay them a certain amount of fee, and you'll get the rest of the money. You pay them like a hosting fee, because it's their platform, and then you make the money off of the sale. So you just price your stuff accordingly. Another thing you can do is consult. If you are an expert in a certain area, if you have a knowledge in a certain area, you can consult for people. You can, let's say I am good at marketing, and I know that now churches are struggling with marketing, right? So what I could do is reach out to some of the local churches in my area, and I say, hey, I charge X amount of dollars per hour. I can show you how to navigate and how to make sure everything is set up online for you to have success with your ministry online. So different things like that, whatever your specialty is. Tutoring. This is something I used to do when I used to teach ESL to Chinese kids. Basically, I would go on one of these Chinese platforms. I can't even think of the name, but they go on one of those platforms, and you sign up, and it's as long as you might have like associate's degree, depends on the company, associate's degree, bachelor's degree, you get money, you get paid to teach other people how to speak English, and all the stuff is laid out for you. They have a curriculum. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. They have one of them, and basically you follow what they tell you. They got slides, a presentation. You get all of this information before you have to present, and it's fun. You build a relationship with some of these are kids, like 5 and 6 year olds wanting to learn English. So you just have to be somebody that's patient. And then they have ones where there's adults that you're working with, and you teach them different American words. You teach them how we say different things and how we do different things. That's another thing. Another thing is that's very popular right now is VIP Kid. Yes, I know about them. Another thing is a VA. VA is a virtual assistant. If you are somebody that is good at multitasking, taking on tasks, and can be a point of contact, there's a lot of people looking for virtual assistants, but you got to just come with your A game with the virtual assistant, and you got to be able to maintain integrity and keep conversations private, confidentiality a lot of times with that, because you're dealing with depending on who you're working for, you're dealing with a lot of high profile information, and so it got to be somebody that's trustworthy in order to do those type of positions. But some of the VA assistant jobs are like, they want you to check emails, they want you to respond to emails. Some of them they want you to post on social media. So there's a lot of different things you could do with that. If you are somebody who's good at organization, there are people that will pay you to keep their life organized. There are people that will pay you to come in their house and organize their business space or their desk. There are people that pay you to organize their closet. So you just got to get creative in this season that we're in. Another thing is drop shipping. Drop shipping is basically you're selling products, but you don't actually touch the product. So this is some AirPods. I'm gonna use this as an example. Let's say that I sell AirPods, right? So what I would do is I find a drop shipping company. A lot of them are in China, and what they do is when I promote it, I do all the promotion. When I get a sale, if I send a message to the people in China, they ship it out on my behalf. I don't ever touch the product. All I'm doing is just keeping track and doing the marketing portion of it. But if you do something like this, you want to make sure you test out the product again, because you want to make sure that they're actually getting good products. You also want to make sure that seller is representing you, because although that seller is behind the scene, they're just shipping on your behalf, it still represents you. What's the name of the teaching English again? One is called VIP Kid. Karen, if you could put that again. Yeah. Oh, she did. Thank you. Another thing is people need people to clean for them. There are some people who do not like to clean their house. And so if you good at cleaning, if you good at dusting, you can find that. You can look on places like marketplaces like Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist. It's just when you do stuff, when you go on these marketplaces, you just want to make sure it's safe. You want to make sure that this is good, credible people. So just use caution with stuff like this. Look that. Another thing you can do, event planning. If you are good at throwing birthday parties together, if you are good at throwing graduation together, right now people are trying to figure out how do we throw how do we have virtual experiences right now. So you're good at planning and putting things together, that's something else you could look into. If you are good at sewing, knitting, people always need people need masks right now. Like I reached out to somebody to do a custom mask and I ain't hear back from them. So if anybody on here that sew and y'all do masks, let me know, because I'll need something to match these, specific to match these shoes. And then the last thing I got on here is mobile detailing. If you are somebody who washes cars or somebody who's cleaning cars, you could go around to different, sometimes they sit in Walmart parking lot, different apartment complexes, and they just go and clean cars. I know for me, I don't go to the car wash. I have a guy that I call and I say, my car is dirty, come clean it. He does it for me. So that's something that people who are busy and don't have time to go to car wash, is something to think about. And if you need me to repeat any of those, just let me know. Thank you again, Karen, for scribing. So those are businesses you could start like right now with little to no money. And I kind of want to talk a little bit about purpose, because I know a lot of people, chef is a good one too. A lot of people struggle with, they don't know what their purpose is. So I want to just reaffirm to you that there is a purpose for your life. Always know that. It's all in the Bible. There is a purpose for your life. God created you with a purpose and a plan, right? And I want you to think about today, for those who struggling with knowing what your purpose is. I want you to take an inventory. Write down, sit down and get a notebook and write down, what are your gifts and your talents? What comes natural to you? What are you good at? Another thing to think about, what burdens you? What burdens you? What burdens you? I remember Nehemiah. He had a burden to rebuild that wall. Like what wakes you up at night and you're like, man, I got to do something with this. I got to do something with this. I got to do something with this. Think about that. What are you good at? What do people compliment you on? What would you do if you couldn't get paid? If you could do something and you're just doing it and you're not getting a check for it, what would you do? Because you're so passionate about it. What comes natural to you? So that's what I wanted to share with y'all today. I didn't want to be on here long. Does anyone need marital counseling? You listen. I'm pretty sure it's hair for me. So there's a lot of things you could do with hair, right? You could sell hair products. You could sell bundles. You can do hair. You could teach classes. A lot of people want to know how to do certain styles and how to do things like that. What you could do is you start, like, let's say you're going to charge $100 to get in. You start a Facebook group or something like that. And in these class, and you going live and you showing people how to do hair, how to do this style. So you just have to be creative. You have to be creative with fitness. You could teach fitness online right now. You could teach fitness online right now. There's people like me who trying to lose some weight, and I wouldn't mind investing in a class and somebody that holds me accountable to losing weight, holds me accountable what I should do every day. So that's something you could do. I needed to hear this for real. I'm glad you did. So courses are popping too, y'all. If you know something that you learned and that you're strong about and you really have the expertise, you can do courses. I mean, you might have to start low with the price and then build your way up. Like, let's say your first course is just how to make X, Y, and Z. So that first course is $20, $30 just to get people in there. You just gonna have to put yourself out there and promote. I'm a people person. There's a lot of stuff you can do with being a people person. You can teach people how to network. You can make classes about how to network. You can do a class that's for introverts. I'm an introvert, so I'm not the life of the party. So that's the thing. Custom cakes. There's a lot of stuff you can do with cakes too. A lot of baking. People are buying like crazy right now. You can show people how to make a custom cake. TikTok is a great platform for anything you do creative. I go on TikTok sometimes and watch people make cakes. I'm not a cake maker, but I just like to see them how they do it, how they dress it up and how to find it and all that type of stuff. Counseling, you can do a lot with that. You could teach people how to videos right now are taking over the internet. How to teach people how to. You might have to even start a YouTube channel to kind of build an audience. In this video, welcome to my channel. Today's video, I'm going to show you 3 ways how you can keep a good man. You just got to be creative. You're welcome. I started doing my business. And let me share with y'all one thing I heard TD Jake say a few minutes ago when I was looking at his conference. And this is for somebody who maybe you have a business already, or you're about to be in a business. He said that there needs to be one language, one story. One language, one story. Basically, what he was saying is that everybody who works for you, everybody who is under you needs to have one story, one vision. He said when he went to Nike, he talked to a bunch of different employees and he asked them the same question. What's the vision for Nike? What's the mission for Nike? He said, and he got 10 of the same answers. Now, if I come to let's say I walk into somebody else's church right now, and I come to their church and I say, hey, what's the vision of this church? When I ask 10 different people, I'm willing to bet money, I'm going to get 10 different answers because they're not all in one accord. So it's important for your teams, the people you're working with, people you communicate, even in your household, one language, one story. And that blessed my life. And I was like, I got to share that with y'all. Can I contact you regarding a business proposal on how to do business with I Need a Word? You can reach out to my admin. Her email, her name is Lisa. Her email is admin@ineedaword.org. Karen, can you throw that in there for me? admin@ineedaword.org. God literally built my business after I got laid off during COVID. You know what? That's going to be a lot of people's story. The pandemic blessed their business. It took off. It took off. One language, one story. One language, one story. You think about when you go into some of these restaurants and some of these coffee shops, and you could tell the person at the front don't want to be there. What y'all ordering today? You don't know the vision for my company. You don't know the mission for my company. If you got to come, I don't care what you got going on outside, when you reach into this door, when you come into my coffee shop, I need you to give these people love. You are serving people. We have to remember that. You are serving people. Listen, one language, one story. That blessed me. I had to remember that. I had this live to do. I had to get off. But when he said that, I'm like, that's so true. That's so true. Everybody in your organization, everybody on your team, everybody at your ministry needs to know your mission and your vision. I come in because let's say I'm a consultant, right? And I come to your business, I come to your ministry, and I'm just gradually talking to people. I talk to 10 people, and if I say, hey, what's the mission for this church? What y'all doing here? And I get 10 different answers. I know that something's off. I know that the structure, the communication, the leader is not communicating right with the team. So as a leader, you have to be able to communicate. You can't assume and guess that your team knows what's going on. You have to be able to have good communication skills as a leader, because you're the leader and they're following what you do. You know, leaders inspire, leaders motivate. There's a difference between a leader and a manager. A manager just manage. A leader transforms your life. There's a difference between a leader and a manager. A leader and a manager. Anybody need me to repeat any of those businesses you could start with little to no money? Or if you have a trade or something, throw it out there and maybe I could give you an idea. Maybe I could give you an idea. God bless y'all. Thank y'all so much for joining. Normally I come on Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern, but I felt a kind of a burden to share this with you since I talked about yesterday. What did I talk about? I talked about something business-wise yesterday. Yes. No, she is not. What happened? Okay, somebody said repeat. Landscaping. Okay, so with landscaping, that's still a thing. You still could go out, and what you could do is, and this is what some people do, they use a DM strategy. So they'll look up or a Google strategy. I go to Google and I'll put local businesses, look in your local area, and then just contact them all and say, hey, I have a landscaping business and this is what we offer. This is what we do. I can make your lawn, your grass look so pretty. I could do this and I could do that. You want to highlight the benefits to them. You might even have to do something lower charge or free. You could even put stuff on people's in their mailbox, little flyers in their mailbox. You're just going to have to get creative with what you're doing. You're going to have to get creative. Start in your local area. Think about some businesses, new businesses that may be in the area. Seamstress. There's a lot you can do with that. You can teach other people. You could do prom and graduation season is coming. Start positioning yourself to do things like that. You can host Zoom parties. There's a lot you could do. My husband wants to start a floor care business. I would start reaching out to local things, local businesses. You're gonna have to start putting yourself out there, showing the work. Do videos, do lives, showing you how to showing people how the before and after. That's it. Before, this is how it looked before. This is how it looked after. That'll draw people in. I pray all entrepreneur businesses on this live be blessed tenfold. Absolutely, Shadera. God bless them all. Gift baskets. You're gonna have to get on there and show people what you put in the gift baskets, how you stack it up, what you put in them. Just making it pretty. Doing some nice what do they call them pictures? Flat lay pictures of it. And now it's Mother's Day is about to come. Doing things like that. God has given me a vision concerning my testimony, but I'm stumped on how to get started. Well, concerning social media, I would just say the first thing you need to do is start a social media a page. It depends on what you're going to talk about. Are you going to be doing videos and stuff like that? You just got to start. Like, face the fear and just start. It don't got to be perfect from day one. As you grow, you get better. You look at some of my older videos, it was me sitting on my floor in my apartment. Okay. I didn't have no lighting. I didn't have none of that. I just started where I was, and God worked on me. What about patience after you get the word of God? You mean like patience in terms of being still and waiting on God? Is that what you mean? Food industry. Food is like, excuse my language, y'all, but there's a thing on the internet called food porn, and it's where people just love looking at food and love watching it cook. You could do baking stuff, right? You could show how you make a cupcake. You can do just some nice, pretty videos showing the recipe and then the finished product, things like that. You can do things like that. Yeah, video right now is like number one. That's like, the internet is going to be like 80 to 90% video very, very soon, if it's not already. Yeah, Google is your best friend. Okay, Google is your best friend. Somebody told me to repeat, so let me repeat. One of the first ones I mentioned was Etsy. Well, that's a marketplace where you could post if you do handmade products and things like that. I think even Amazon has a handmade section, so you could look at Amazon too. Amazon handmade. So Etsy is one. eBay, if you say, let's say you got some old I don't even have an example, but something that's worth of value and you want to resell it, you can use eBay. Print on demand is where you just create a design and the company does all the work for you, and they give you a percentage. You just want to be careful and make sure that you make sure the quality of the shirt is good. So do that. You can do Printify, Teespring, and there's a million others. Zazzle, I think, is another one. There's a million others. Poshmark, if you have like some heels or some nice, cute little high-end type of outfits, they just sitting in your closet, get rid of them on there. Blogging, being an affiliate. Let's say I blog about being a single mom. I will sign up on Amazon, Amazon affiliate. Go to Google and type in Amazon affiliate. Sign up. They give me a link specific to whatever it is that I want to sell. You get a specific link. You put that in your blog. You put like diapers or something. And every time somebody clicks on that link and makes a purchase, you get a fee for that, or you get money for that. Freelance.com, Fiverr.com, if you're into graphics, if you're into making logos, if you could show people how to do something. Some of y'all, if you have a platform already with followers, you could be an influencer. Dog sitting was another thing. Writing, editing, resume building. If you're good at making resumes, you could do that. You could do logos, graphics, consulting, tutoring. There's a lot of ESL, teaching ESL to Chinese kids. There's a bunch of sites that did that. I think the one that they put in the comments was VIP Kid. That's another one. Being a virtual assistant, being an organizer, drop shipping. If I buy a product, what I do is I'll build a website. I'll say I'm selling AirPods, and when somebody places an order, I'll have it set up where it comes from China. I don't ever have to see the product. It goes directly to the person that ordered. But you just want to do your research with the drop shipping. You want to make sure you got a good vendor. You want to make sure the product is good, and you also want to look at shipping time. You go on some of these websites that do drop shipping, and they're not sending the product out to about 30 or 40 days because they'd be taking time to come from China to the US. So you just got to do your research and maybe find. There are some drop shipping companies that they originally order from China, but they have warehouses here in America. So do that. Cleaning is another thing. People need people to clean. Event planning is another thing. Sewing is another thing. Mobile detailing was another one. Start with small samples to people with natural air. My son wants to do drop shipping. Yeah, I would go on YouTube. There was a woman on there. I don't know her. Her account has the name Ted in it. I don't know if it's called Ted Wholesale, but she's like a millionaire on there. I think she's from like the UK or something like that. She's a millionaire on there, and she teaches people how to do drop shipping. So that might be somebody to look up. How could I be a motivational speaker? You just got to start by motivating people. Even get your cell phone, start doing 1 minute empowerment videos and start getting it out there. TikTok is a great platform for things like that. I've just been recommending TikTok because it's the fastest growing. I started an account for somebody the other day, and this is day 5 or day 6, and they already have 1,100 followers, and that's pretty good for a new platform. So different things like that. I'm invested in making. I'm cautious about those quick, fast money stuff like that. I'm cautious about that. I don't know. Y'all be careful. Be mindful of scams. I'm gonna say that too, y'all. Do y'all research. Look at reviews. Just be mindful, because somebody created a whole website, stole my logo, got my pictures on there, and making it seem like I'm giving away $1,000, and that's not what I'm doing. So be mindful of that. Be mindful of that. Cleaning business. What does a LLC? What do you require LLC? Depends on your state, but in most states, you're gonna have to have some type of license. I would go to your local chamber of commerce, or what's the or score.gov, something in your local area that tells you what's specific to your area, because everybody's area is going to be different. Everybody's area is going to be different. And if y'all like this kind of stuff, we'll do once or twice a month. I'll come on and we'll do like small business teachings. Just be careful, y'all, even in the comments with some of this stuff. Are you still taking students? You know, I'm trying to rework some stuff. But sometime soon I'm gonna do it. But yeah, so can I get counseling? What do you mean? Counseling how? You mean starting a business, or are you looking for somebody on here that does counseling? And then another thing, y'all, is to be specific. Have a niche, right? Have something specific. Like, let's say I'm a doctor, right? I don't want to just be one type of doctor. I want to be maybe my specialty is a heart doctor. So whatever you doing, have a specialty. If you sell, I'm trying to think, if you sell jewelry, you might want to make it specific. Maybe it's fine jewelry. Maybe it's y'all know the cheap one. What's the cheap stuff with the fake stuff called? It went out my head, but you know what I'm saying. Not cosmetic. You know what I'm saying. Y'all know what I'm saying. We could connect and share ideas, network with each other. Yeah, just be careful. What's the website for the LLC? It depends on your city. You got to Google how to get an LLC in whatever your state and city name is, or Google what's my local chamber costume? What's my local chamber of commerce? Chamber of commerce they usually help you out. Costume jewelry, y'all know what I'm talking about. Somebody that sells paparazzi, what I never see nobody do online, and I just didn't see it. You should host like your own HSN special, like where you are in like a room and you have the jewelry laid out on a nice table, and you got somebody that's going to talk through each piece and show each piece. I'm telling you, I know that would make a killing, because I never really see nobody do that. So I would, if you sell jewelry, that might be something to do. Host, because I see them people do lives with just the jewelry. But I'm saying, if you lay it out nice and you talking into the camera, kind of like HSN or QVC, something like that. All right, y'all. Anything else? I'll be back on Wednesday, 1 p.m. Eastern. We're gonna read the scripture. Yeah, contact your security of state. Hey, Purity, for LLC. I'm saying cheap because what I got on was probably like $2. That's why I said that. Anything else, y'all, before I go? Thank y'all so much for joining. We'll do this once or twice a month. If y'all wanted to come on and I'll teach y'all different things that I learned along the way with building a business. I started with nothing, okay? I had no help but the Holy Spirit. Yeah, try that with paparazzi. I'm telling you. Try that with paparazzi. Yeah, I'm telling you. I think you got to give people an experience. Since we're online now, you may not be able to maybe host jewelry Zoom parties. And another thing I never saw too is people that do art. Why don't y'all host worship and not worship? Well, you could do that if you do prophetic art. Worship and paint Zoom sessions. You charge $20, $30 to get into Zoom, and then y'all just painting together. You'd be surprised what people want to do. So you can host different things on Zoom. Think about what it is that you sell or what you offer. Host different things on Zoom. You're just gonna have to get out there and network and jump in some of these groups and jump in some of these forums and jump on some of these platforms and doing that. You're helping me. I'm starting to tutor reading. Yeah. I used to do it with one of them Chinese sites, and I also used to do scoring for SATs. Think you might have to have a bachelor's degree, but like Pearson, they hire people to score SATs and to score a lot of those exams. If you have a bachelor's degree, you might want to look into something like that. You're all in my daughter lane. Sip and paint parties. Yes, stuff like that. You know your audience, what they like. I was saying, if somebody does prophetic art, like you could do worship and paint. I never seen that before. Health and wellness products, it's slow. Yeah, sometimes it takes time. You got to kind of learn your audience. You kind of got to know, educate people before you go out and say, sell, 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 sell. Let me teach you. Girl, let me teach you how to wear a ring. Let me show you what necklace goes with your neckline. Let me show you what earrings are popping for this season. So you got to teach people. We are being sold at all day, every day. So now you got to teach people. And you position yourself to be the expert. If you sell jewelry, you need to be the jewelry expert. You need to be telling about what each stone represents, right? You need to talk about different types of metals. You need to position yourself as the authority, as the expert. I came on at the end, but please continue this once a week. I'll try, Mimi. I try. We definitely do the scripture, though. We do the scriptures once a week at 1 p.m. Eastern on Wednesdays. So the person you helped build their TikTok, it was a student asking if you let me help. It wasn't really a student. It was somebody that know that I go on TikTok and they just like help me kind of build it. But all you got to do is go on TikTok and just look at what some other people are doing. Think about what your niche is, though. What you specific on what you're selling. So if I go on there and I'm selling cakes, right, and I make cakes, I would go on there and show. You only got a minute. So I would go on there and I would do a video of me with the flour and all the ingredients I need for the cake, and then do like a boom at the end, the cake already done. And then all you do is use a nice sound that they got, use some of them trending sounds that they got, and that'll help you get more views. And then you got to start researching hashtags. I want to start a book. Any ideas? You got to start writing your outline. What is your book going to be about? Who's your book for? Write the outline. And then start just writing. What I did with my book, my first book, what I did was record as I was thinking. I'll be walking down the hallway. As I'm thinking, I'll be recording my thing. And then when you get with an editor, they should be able to put all those voice recordings together and turn it into a book. With the Indian hair, you just got to make sure you do your research. Anything you do with hair and ordering from other countries, India, China, you want to do your research and make sure it's good quality. And then you want to figure out what will make yours different from everybody else. Because, there's a lot of hair companies, but you want to stand out. So you want to think about things like that. Your packaging should be everything. Make sure you got good packaging. Give people an experience as they buy your hair, because there's so many people. Do you do private consultations? Y'all, I used to. It's just a lot going on. It's trying to keep up with I need a word. I'm looking for my niche. Yeah, just do some research. What do you think about people that you would want to serve? Think about markets that's untapped. You're going to be very wealthy, lady. God is going to make you rich in him. Amen. I receive that in Jesus' name. I receive that. All right. Anything else, y'all? Yeah, sharpen your craft. That's another thing too. As you start to build this stuff out, start taking courses, start investing in yourself so that you can learn how to do more. Yeah, Mimi, I would do some research on and maybe order samples of different hairs, and check out the texture, wash them, bleach them, do everything you could do that somebody would do to the hair just to see how long it lasts. Test it out for a little while. This is helpful information. Research your product. Absolutely. Absolutely. You never want somebody just to leave your business in somebody else's hand. Because like I said the other day, nobody's going to take care of your baby the way you take care of your baby. I have made plenty of mistakes of thinking somebody was taking care of my child. And when I say child, I'm talking about my baby, the business, and they wasn't doing what they were supposed to do. But we thank God for the Holy Spirit, because the Holy Spirit revealed this is not being done in your business. You need to pay attention in your business. They're not doing this. You need to pay attention. Thank you. It's some Forever 21 stuff. Store up your treasures in heaven. All right, y'all. Straight gym job, and God bless you. Thank you. You're welcome. So we'll do this again. I think next week is going to be crazy. That's Mother's Day week. We'll probably do it the week after. So if you are connected to I Need a Word, just turn your notifications on and it'll tell you every time I go live. I love y'all with the love of the Lord. Any last questions before I go? Any last questions? Just make sure y'all just do what y'all got to do to get this streams flowing in, you know what I'm saying? And we're going to talk about multiple streams one time when I come on. We need more than one. We need more than just our 9 to 5. One story, one language. Man, when I tell you that blessed my life, That blessed my life on today. I'm going to go to my team and we're going to have a meeting. I'm going to say, hey, what I'm going to ask them first, what's the vision for I Need a Word? What's the mission for I Need a Word? I want to see what they say. And if they can't answer me right, okay, this is the vision, and I need y'all, we got to memorize it. Everything we do is this vision is speaking. When you respond to a customer, this vision is speaking. When you pick up the phone, this vision is speaking. Are we in the same language, the same story? You got to be able to do that. What other social medias are you on? I'm on TikTok. I think it's called Girl from I Need a Word. I'm on Instagram too, like Quonda Renee, just Quonda Renee. But I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I don't post like I should. TikTok, I'm a little bit more active on there, just because I like the funniness of it. Just because I like the funniness of it. You are truly a blessing. God bless you. Thank you so much. Yeah, multiple streams. We're gonna talk about that. So you talk about building up one, and then we start adding them. So all of us, I want all of 257 people. I want all of us to have at least 7 streams before the end of this year. And even if it's not like, and no, here's another thing some of y'all need to go out and do. Go open 7 different bank accounts. Go put some money in each account, and then that's gonna be our prophetic declaration, our sign right there to have multiple streams. Do you do coaching? I used to. I haven't done it in a while. I have a membership that I'm running, so that takes some of my time. So I don't. I teach marketing. I teach social media and marketing to Christian entrepreneurs. So that takes a lot of my time. So that's why I don't really do the coaching and things like that anymore. It's a lot. But still connected. Stay connected. You never know what I'll end up doing. Y'all pull on me long enough, I'll do it.